Hello, welcome back to Eclectic. Today I want to tell you about different kinds of enablers, people that enable narcissistic abuse and how they do this and why they may be doing this. This is not to justify their behaviors, simply to understand that this is a thing that happens, and so that you can reduce your guilt or invalidation levels and all that, so that you can get that there are people that actually enable narcissists without even knowing sometimes, or because they have other motives. So let's go and see the first one. If you grew up with a narcissistic parent, you will get this. Children of narcissistic parents usually feel very sorry for the other parent. Meaning, if there's one parent that is non-narcissistic, they feel sorry, they feel anger, they feel resentment sometimes, or they feel a mixture of all that, and they sort of grieve the life of the parent that stayed in that relationship for so long, feel very sorry for this parent. And this is the first kind of enabler. That's the paradox here, where these people love you so much, but they are enabling abuse, okay? They are enabling the abuse because they're staying in this relationship because of different motives. They may feel that's the only thing that, oh my God, so much noise. I have construction behind you, so sorry, but this is the only moment I can film this, so here I am. So the non-narcissistic parent feels that maybe it's codependency, society telling them that they can leave the marriage, religion, traumatic bonds. Sometimes they do this for the kids, very mistakenly. They think that that's, it's best for the kids. Usually men stay in relationships because they think that way they can see their kids. So that's the first enabler, where the victim is the child, because that's the one that's going to be invalidated, abused, and there's the other parent, the non-narcissistic parent, is allowing for this to happen, so it's difficult. The second type of enabler is the ignorant one. Those people that say narcissism, oh, stop saying narcissist, everybody says narcissist. What's with the word? Everybody's saying, yeah, that's right. People sometimes misuse the word, but it's important to use it as well, right? Because it's information. It's something that we all need to know. We should be teaching this in schools. And then you find the ignorant enabler that says to you, oh, what are you saying? Narcissism, stop demonizing people. They love to say demonize, like you're demonizing something. No, I'm just describing a pattern of behavior, okay, and a personality structure. So the ignorant one would likes to make jokes about this. It's the ignorant enabler. The next type is the triangulating narcissists. These are all narcissistic enablers. This happens in families or at schools, church. If you find two or more narcissists together, they will do this with the same victim if they find one. I usually think of this or imagine this with as a, lionesses, when they catch a prey and they all eat it together. This is similar, like that. But this is noble because those are lions and they're animals, and that's what they do. But here, this is more like a vampire, two vampires abusing a victim or a target of abuse. And so that's what I imagine when I think of these types of enablers, where they triangulate in order to abuse one person, right? So they enable each other's abuse and, invalidate, gaslight, and do it as a team. So it's more difficult for the target of abuse to defend him or herself, right? It's so difficult to find what's real, right? So gaslighting is very much an easy task for them because it's 2 against 1. So, yeah. Well, then flying monkeys. We have flying monkeys that enable people. So they do this to get information from you, or they send messages from the narcissist. Sometimes they don't know what they're doing, and they do this ignorantly, and yeah, they do this without knowing, but many times they know what they're doing, and they are narcissistic as well, and so they are messengers of evil, let's say. Then there's the sickly, naive, sugar-coated unicorn, pink unicorn, cotton and fluffy, optimistic enabler. The one that sees everything as rosy as you can think, and as pretty and nice as you can imagine. This person is sickly naive and optimistic, and also immature, thinks that people don't have a dark side, thinks that people are all good, and if you pour enough love to a person, this person will change. They don't even register narcissism. They don't get it, and they don't want to get it. They are very mature in that sense, and they want to keep thinking that life is pink and beautiful and sugary. And lastly, the one that benefits him or herself, because they are doing this knowingly, but they will never tell you. This happens for example, in church, in school, anywhere. Families, jobs, especially, because if I'm getting money from the narcissist and I don't want to lose my job, for example, then I may enable that narcissist so that I can still get my paycheck, right? But they will never say, oh, listen, I'm receiving money from this person, so I will not say anything about what he's doing, you know? They don't say this usually, and they justify, minimize, gaslight and all that, so that they can still get what they want from this narcissistic person. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you soon. And nada más. Eso es todo. Ciao. Bye bye. Thanks.